Bunny Foo-Foo. The story was written by Frederick, and the pictures were done by Mary Grace Eubank. Whenever you hear this sound, you'll know that it's time to turn the page. Are you ready to begin? Please find the page where you see the sad-looking bunny sitting under a tree. It was a beautiful day in the forest. The birds were singing, a gentle breeze was blowing, but little Bunny Foo-Foo sat by himself, feeling very sad. He was watching some mice playing nearby. He wanted to play too, but he didn't know any of their games. Little Bunny Foo-Foo only knew how to play one game, Bop a Buddy. He loved to play it with his sister Fifi, but she was visiting their Aunt Fanny. He couldn't play Bop a Buddy all by himself. Then Foo-Foo had an idea. Why not play Bop a Buddy with the mice? It seemed like such a good idea, he didn't even bother to ask the mice if they wanted to play. Foo-Foo leaped in the air and shouted,
"Ready or not, mice, here I come!"
Then he ran right into the middle of their game, singing the song you're supposed to sing when you're playing Bop a Buddy.
A little bunny Foo-Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Foo-Foo bopped a mouse with a tulip. The mouse was angry.
Ouch! Stop that, you silly bunny!
But Foo-Foo wasn't listening. He bopped one mouse after another. He was having such a good time, it never occurred to him that the mice were not, even when they all disappeared into their mouse hole. Foo-Foo thought they were just going home for lunch. Down in the mouse hole, there was a lot of excited shouting.
What was that bunny doing?
Playing some silly game. Doesn't he know he could hurt somebody?
What do we do if he tries it again?
Then Matilda Mouse said,
Let's ask the good fairy for help. She'll know what to do.
Everyone agreed that this was a good plan. The next day, when Foo-Foo hopped into the middle of their game, the mice were ready for him. Foo-Foo picked up the nearest mouse, bopped him on the head, and sang.
A little bunny Foo-Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy, and she said,
Little bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 3 chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a... Oh, what was it I was going to turn you into? Was it a balloon? No, but it rhymes with balloon. I'll remember it, and when I do, I'll be back.
And then the good fairy was gone. Little Bunny Foo-Foo was so surprised to see a fairy that he forgot all about bopping the mice. Instead, he spent the rest of the day imagining what it would be like to be a balloon. He thought it might be fun. So the next day, Foo-Foo decided to play with the mice again. They were expecting him, and this time they were really ready. Foo-Foo scooped up as many mice as he could, bopped each one on the head with a tulip, and sang.
Little bunny Foo-Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy, and she said,
Little bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you 2 more chances, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into a prune. No, a bassoon. Or was it a raccoon? Oh, dear me.
and then she was gone. Little Bunny Foo-Foo spent the whole day thinking about what it would be like to be a prune, or a bassoon, or a raccoon. He wasn't too sure he wanted to be any of those things, but he still wanted to play with the mice. So the next morning, as usual, he showed up to play Bop-a Buddy with the mice. This time, the mice were sure they were ready for him. Foo-Foo scooped up one mouse after another, bopped each one on the head, and sang.
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy, and she said,
Little Bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you one more chance, and if you don't behave, I'll turn you into the moon. Or was it a baboon? Or maybe it was a spoon. I've simply got to remember.
Then she was gone. Finally, it occurred to Foo-Foo that the good fairy didn't want him to play Bop-a Buddy with the mice. He couldn't imagine why not. He always had so much fun. Just then, Foo-Foo heard a small voice. It was Matilda Mouse.
Excuse me, Mr. Foo-Foo. I thought you ought to know. My friends and I are too small to play Bop-a Buddy with you. We could get hurt. Why don't you think of something we can all play together?
Right away, Foo-Foo decided to find something they could all play with. He looked and looked until he found just the right thing, a shiny red top. The next day, Foo-Foo and the mice were playing when the good fairy appeared once again.
Little Bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Now I remember what I was going to turn you into. It wasn't a balloon, or the moon, or a prune. It was a goon.
Little Bunny Foo-Foo and the mice all shouted at once.
We're playing together.
The good fairy looked very surprised, so Matilda explained.
Foo-Foo didn't know you have to play gently with little animals like us. We showed him how, and now we're having lots of fun.
From that day on, Foo-Foo and the mice played together happily, as the good fairy always says when she can remember it.
Be gentle with little animals. Otherwise, you could be hare today, goon tomorrow.
Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Little Bunny Foo-Foo, I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.